we have a gentleman here who knows all about supporting soap operas and daytime television. He joins us again for the second time here on BuzzWorthy Radio. Gregori J. Martin is on the line with us right now. How are you,
hey,
sir?
How are you?
I'm good, man.
Hi. Well, good to talk to you.
Well, hey, look, it's good to have you back here. Sorry about the mishap last week.
Oh, that's okay. So now you're, are you in LA? Or are you in? Are you still working? Are you still with Matt? Is Matt still doing this?
Matt is not still doing this. He's in New York. I'm still in Jersey. We're still East Coast boys. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, because I think you got an invite to our event on. I did.
Okay. It looks like it's gonna be a wonderful time, man. Again, for those of you who are gonna be in the LA area this weekend, this Saturday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific time at Henry's Hat, which is Martha Madison's restaurant. Gregori J. Martin, as well as several other cast members of the Bay, as well as some other notable actors and actresses from CBS, ABC, and NBC Daytime. We'll be having a Bay fundraiser fan event, man. Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show again. And the last time I was on, I don't remember what we were talking about. Do you?
Oh my God, I don't remember. I just know that. I know Matt Berlengi was here with you. That's the most I remember of it. I don't remember any other part of the conversation but that.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. Well, we're probably going to have some surprise callers calling in today.
Oh dear.
So
all right, I gotta get my game face on. Here we go. All right.
So I actually I told a couple of our cast members to call in today. So we will, I guess we'll see who will call in.
Yes. Don't tell me who it is. I want to be surprised myself. That's the thrill of live radio, folks. I want to be surprised like the rest of you. So, all right, let's. Yeah, man, I'm getting pumped. But while we're patiently awaiting for the surprise callers to call in, let's talk about the Bay, man. Let's talk about the concept of it, and basically, what is it? Like, basically, who do you play? How did you come up with it? And does it resemble anything that we probably would have seen on television? Because I read the summary and I kind of got a kick out of it.
Oh, cool. As far as who do I play the director. I also play the writer, and I play the producer. I do not play any parts in this. I'm the creator of the show. I'm the creator of the show, and I it came from a concept that it's been with me for many, many years. When I was a kid, I was a big my babysitter actually was a big Santa Barbara fan, and I was about 5 years old. I think when the show started, and she would watch the show religiously whenever I was, she would babysit me. I would watch it with her, and I fell in love with Robin Wright Penn, and so I created this. Yeah, I know, she's amazing, but I created this character in my head called Sarah. My babysitter's name was Sarah, actually, and then it just kind of went from there. I just little by little I started creating synopsises and stories and drawing pictures and doing all these things with this character. My mother was an All My Children fan. My sisters were One Life to Live in General Hospital fans. My cousin was an Another World fan. So it kind of, it was, my grandmother was a Young and the Restless fan. My other grandmother was an All My Children fan. So soaps have always been somewhere, no matter where I went. Soaps were always playing on the television, and so I grew a liking to them, some of them, and the soaps were probably at its prime, back in the '80s, is when they were at their prime, and I think that's what the Bay is. The Bay is bringing back the formula.
What soaps used to be about. Basically.
What soaps used to be about, yes, just the excitement, the adventure, the intrigue, the exterior, shooting, the super couples, the storylines are a lot faster paced than some of the shows today, and I've actually cast many soap greats,
Yes, you did.
Iconic soap stars to play these parts, and I think everyone on the show has played a contract character on at least one soap opera, minus maybe three actors on the show. So,
how long will each episode last? Because I know there's plenty of web series that last episodes are like 5 minutes, between 5 to 10 minutes an episode. Is that pretty much?
It'll basically be anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes long. The episode, and they're in 4 parts. They're in chapters, and so each chapter is about 4 web episodes, which is the equivalent of a half-hour show on soap opera. So basically, if you combine 4 web episodes, you'll get the length of Loving, or the length of Bold and the Beautiful, or the length of Port Charles.
Right.
So that's what it is. And if you watch 8, you'll get the length of General Hospital, or Another World, or Santa Barbara, or whatever, Days of Our Lives. So that's pretty much the formula that we're going with right now.
Nice. Okay. And like you were just saying a few minutes ago, you have a great cast lineup for this web series. I still cannot believe that you're still pulling in more people to come onto the show. Just recently announced a few days ago that Matthew Ashford is now joining the cast of the show, and I'm just like, seriously, when are you going to have Oprah come up to the cast? I'm dead serious. It just seems like you're pulling out all the stops, man.
Yeah, well, the show has an enormous history because I've been writing it for 20 years, and so we're releasing something called Confessions of the Garretts, which will tell the backstory of these characters and who they are, and it'll be released throughout the summer before the show premieres in September. But anyone who's interested in actually getting a sneak peek of the show, or if you're in the LA area, we're having that fan event fundraiser on. Tickets are only $50 on Saturday, July 31st, at Martha Madison, who's one of the producers and also one of the stars of the show. You can get a sneak peek of it. But my goodness, your question was, yes, all of pretty much the entire cast will be there. A big question that everyone's been asking me is, how do you fit all of these characters in such a short period of time? And this is one of the things that are my specialties. If anyone's seen my films, is writing for an ensemble cast. Everyone has time on the playing field, which is extremely important.
Absolutely.
And so they're an action-packed, 5 to 8 minutes. Everything is there, and you'll know the characters because we're giving you thorough descriptions of pretty much who everyone is and how everyone's connected. We'll make sure that everyone knows who is. But everyone, has a little time to play. Some actors won't be in every episode. There's basically the core Garrett family, and then the people that are around them, and so the Garretts will pretty much be in all of the episodes, and then the people that they encounter, whether they're the police captain Issa Ahmed, played by Charlie Shaughnessy, or Steve Jensen, who is a man from Sarah's Past, played by Matt Ashford, or Rael Andrews, who's the resident doctor, played by Dr. Keith Campbell, played by Rael Andrews. So there won't be in all of the episodes, but they will definitely be in a good portion of them. And I can guarantee that whenever you're watching, this, if you're a fan of one of these actors, you will be extremely pleased with their time on air.
A lot of people are excited for this, man, to premiere. They can't wait for it. I can't wait for it either because it just sounds like somebody's actually getting it right. And it's been like a long time coming. I'm not joking with that. Please, I'm not saying that just because you're here.
Thank you so much.
I would never do that. But no, seriously. I mean, this is one of our biggest gripes as far as daytime soaps go. It just doesn't seem like nobody knows how to utilize who they have and what they got. And just from what you're describing to me right now, it just seems like finally somebody knows exactly what the hell to do.
Thank you. I've been hearing a lot on the message boards, and because I do try to keep in touch with all of the fans, and some of the suggestions that, as I've been